Well, hey, mamas, so great to be here with you today. Welcome to the Mum with a Side Hustle live call that we do every week. And I am still getting used to getting up on live, and suddenly we're live when I am not always ready. So here we are. Welcome, everyone. Before we dive in, I need to say something that might shift everything you're building right now. Are you ready? Most mums quit too early. Not because they failed, but because they couldn't yet see what their children will one day thank them for. And today I want to show you why it can feel small right now, but it could actually be the beginning of something that outlives you. So, welcome everyone. I'm going to get us cool. We're all live on YouTube, and the Mum Tribe will be making their way in. If you're watching the replay, it is lovely to have you here with us. You are joining the Mum with a Side Hustle journey. We've been going for this month, 2 years. We've been doing live every week for 2 years, and it's so great to have you here with us. And this is our series on Legacy Isn't Later, Legacy is Now. I'm Alicia Sayuli, and every week I go live to help encourage mums rise in the season of small children, because we don't have to wait for life to calm down. Let's build something right now in small pockets, and we're just going to build differently. We're not going to build the same way that you would if you were in a different season of your life. And so I'm here to chat with you, to share with you ways that mums like us continue to grow beautiful, passionate things in the season of motherhood, and specifically business. Okay. So, we're going to be talking today about building something that outlives your time, because I've been noticing something. So many mums are showing up and doing the work, but they're measuring their progress in days and weeks. And, we can't build that way because we need to measure this in years and in generations. And I'm so excited about the really important thought that what I'm building is for now, because I need something now, but I'm going to build it in a way that's sustainable, and that over time it is really going to compound. My counseling supervisor, back when I was a counselor, just say hi if you're here with us live, if you've made it into the live call. My counseling supervisor, when I was studying counseling in my late 20s, she gave me a demonstration once of a 1 degree shift. So if you draw a axis and then you have a line that's moving, if you shift it 1 degree, 1 degree, it will completely change the trajectory of that line. So if it was going this way, and then you do 1 degree, over time, that 1 degree, now you can't see my face, makes a massive difference to the trajectory of your outcome. And that is why I so believe in the small shifts that you make every day now, and the difference they will make over a long time. And so we build things with a vision for the future, and we build them in the present. Okay, so if you're live with us, I'm sure some of the mums will be here shortly. Let me just drop a little thing in the mum chat. We are live. We are live. Okay. So why don't you drop in the chat a 1 if you've ever thought, is this even working? A 2 if you feel like your progress is slower than expected. And a 3 if you know you're building something meaningful, but you can't fully see it yet. I'm a 3, guys. I'm a 2. Progress is slower than I expected. And I often think, is this even working? But I'm definitely a 3. I know I'm building something meaningful, but I can't completely see it yet. And that's kind of something you've got to embrace. Like, this is messy, hard process. Oh, hi, I can see your comments now. I had to scroll down the page. Okay, Rita's a 1, 2, and a 3. Great to hear, Rita. Um, anyone else got anything they want to add? But yeah, like yeah, Bron, you're a 1, 2, and 3. A 2 and a 3. Okay. we've really got to hold on to our vision. I thought today you can't read it, and that's on purpose, but here's my whiteboard. My husband and I share it. He has one side, I have the other, and I've really been trying to put ideas and vision and goals, specifically 90-day goals, on my whiteboard so that I come in and I see it and I remind myself every day, this is what I'm working towards, this is what I want to achieve. Let's see if anyone else added. Sophie is a 3, but she's starting to get a better vision. Great, Sophie. And that's a real part of this, is continuing to grow your vision, continuing to foster your vision, continuing to train yourself and grow yourself so you actually can have a vision. Okay, so this morning I had a moment. I was with the kids in the middle of our normal, slightly chaotic morning. The Play-Doh was out before 8 a.m. My breakfast had gone cold a long time ago. One of the children was running around naked. The electrician was arriving in 15 minutes and I hadn't even showered yet. And I had this thought, this is the exact environment most people would say you cannot build in. Is anyone with me? But then I had this deeper realization. My children are not waiting, my children are not watching me wait for a perfect season. They're watching me build inside an imperfect one. They're watching what I do with my time, how I respond to resistance, and how I hold on to what matters to me. And it hit me, this just isn't about a business. It's not just the business that I'm building, it's the example that I'm becoming, because one day, they won't see the posts that I make and the Zoom calls I run, but they'll remember the kind of woman and the mum that I was. And that's exactly what I want to unpack today, because there's never a perfect season to take bold steps and do something radical. Like, it's never going to be convenient to do something that you don't see happening around you, right? Like, in my life, almost 100% of my friends have a stable job, paying a mortgage or want to pay a mortgage. They've made decisions that, like, their life looked very similar to mine. And I have had a desire to have a different life, have time freedom, money freedom, location freedom. And it is taking a lot to change my life, and it has taken a lot to get there. And it means building in an inconvenient season. It means building when you've got a new baby. It means building when you're exhausted. It means moving countries if that's what you choose to do, and going through the transition, but keeping on building even through the transition. It is incredibly uncomfortable. So if it's too much for you and you don't want to be on this journey, I totally understand. But I know that the mums, why don't you say I'm in, if you're willing to embrace the yuck, like willing to embrace the difficulty of building in a tough season. And if you're just starting, I don't want to scare you away, but I hope that you are inspired by what I want to share today. Okay, so yeah, let's talk about what we're building and why it's for a different future, right? What do I mean by building something that outlives your time? Well, what I mean is that you're not just building income, you're building identity, patterns, and permission. And that's what our children will carry into their lives. The things that they see us emulate. I've had this really beautiful experience recently that my son has asked for us to turn on soft worship, and he wants us to have a prayer time together. And I'm like, where did this come from? It comes from emulating the things he's seeing in our home. And so this is the shift that we are making, is that we're shifting from short-term effort to long-term legacy thinking. And, I want our kids to know that they can build slowly and with passion, and not be tied to a 9-to-5 routine or trapped in an overwhelming season. We can all rise in some way, no matter our season, and our kids will be better off for having learned that. So we are building a business, we're building an income, but we are building into our children tenacity, resilience, fortitude, courage to keep showing up, and also to break the mold, to break the boxes. So if you're with me, let me know. Thank you, Sophie. I got that. You are having to choose your hard. And Rita, I love what you're saying. You're trying to break those, and it's not easy. Hey, Rita, like it's not easy to shift into a new way of seeing, thinking, being in the world. And we can start with so much passion, but life can really throw some stuff at us. But I'm going to share today some ideas I have about, even in the toughest seasons, how we can still be moving forward and still really, I want to say, congratulate ourselves, be proud of ourselves for the way that we move. Okay, so there are two ways to build. You can chase fast money or instant money, or like quick wins, quick validation, quick burnout, or you can build something meaningful, something that compounds, something, like planting a tree. Fast money is like picking someone else's fruit, but meaningful building is planting your own tree, planting your own seed, watering it in messy seasons, trusting that one day you'll grow shade that others can sit under, and that's legacy. I'm excited. I just had to pause because I literally just had a flashback to a prophetic word that I had a long time ago about being a mother to many people. And the person who prophesied over me, literally described me as a tree. And that just came back to me just then. It didn't even come back when I was preparing this call. So those words that have been spoken over you are really powerful. And another friend of mine said that she's in a season of bringing them up again, listening to them, writing them down. So if you've had words spoken over your life that have really encouraged you and helped you, I want to suggest that you bring them up and you keep listening to them. So how do we actually build like this as mums? So here's the practical part of our call. There's 3 shifts that I want to suggest to you this week. So the first one is this: start thinking assets and not effort. So instead of asking, what can I do today? Ask, what can I build today that will still exist next year? And that could be your message, your audience, your offers, your voice online, things that don't disappear when you log off. And it's really important to have some output. And we're going to talk soon about input, but we need to do some sort of output as well. And producing something that is physical or exists outside of yourself is a really, really important way of building assets. I have friends writing books, this YouTube channel, posting. These are all ways of communicating, really. These are actually all assets. I loved a book by Chris Vallotton about poverty, riches, and wealth. I think it's what it's called. And he has written so many books, and his books are actually his assets, right? They are still, he maybe wrote a book 10 years ago, and that book is still selling for him. Now, he's also built a career on public speaking, so he gets paid for speaking engagements. He is employed, I believe, by Bethel Church. But it's just an example that in every season, we can build assets alongside other income. And maybe that is, like, I know for some of you, I know one of the mums in our mum tribe, like she works full time. She works hard. She has 3 kids. She's a really hard working mama, shift work. And so this is a word to us. Like, what do I do when I'm in the middle of the hustle and the grind? You dream up something that is an asset for you and you start building your asset. And communication is one of the key ways of building assets today. Okay, number 2, we want to honor slow seasons as planting seasons. I really want to honor your season, mum, my season, your season. I don't know about you, but I passionately love my kids and I don't want to miss a moment. But I also need some time away from them, so I literally don't go insane. And for me, it's not a lot. A few hours a day is like gold, and I can do a lot with that time. And then I can enjoy them. I can really, really enjoy them. So roots are going to grow underground before anything is visible, and I want to honor your season. And this is 2 things that I think you want to be growing and working on. I just keep checking the chat so that I know what you guys are saying. So if you're wondering, I am definitely watching the chat. I want you to, the two things I think that we need to do in this season, we're honoring the slow season, and this is the way we can act in this season, is number one, we can grow ourselves. So many of you have done the Master the Code Challenge, but I think it's such an amazing place to start because it really sets the scene for how to dream, how to get a specific vision, how to create healthy rhythms in your daily life. And I think this is such a great way to set yourself up for a side hustle and get started. But other things are like reading books and podcasts and just educating yourself, growing yourself. I've been doing something called the Raising Royalty Academy, and I've read some amazing books, listened to some incredible content, like spiritual walk content, and then a book called The Power of One More by Ed Milet. And it just was such a great, inspiring book. And I've got an amazing list of resources. If you would like it, I will pop my link in the chat and you can grab that. In fact, let me pop it while I'm talking because some of you might really, really want to know what I've been doing to build myself in the last 2 years. So here we go. This is five ways to get started with a side hustle. So here we go. It's exciting. I'm always excited about sharing the things I've learned. So number one, grow yourself through courses, books, podcasts. Grow yourself as a person through journaling, through learning about breathing, through biohacking. Like one of my businesses is this business here. Camera's blurry. The patches that activate your stem cells. I have another business I've just started, and it is frequency. And so it is helping your blood flow. One of the things it does is help your blood flow clearer through your body so your body can actually heal itself. It can help detox you. So all of those things are going to grow you. And number two, practice communicating in some way. And we've just talked about this. So these are the two things I think you need to do in tandem. So posts, email newsletters, messaging people, or creating your asset, writing a book, building a team. Like if you're in network marketing, build your team, build into people, practice speaking to people about your product, learn how to do that. So don't just learn. I want you to output. I want you to do something with your learning. Otherwise, the learning doesn't go anywhere. Yeah. Okay. So 2 things you can do in this season, this quiet. I want you to honor this season, but this is how you plant. You plant in yourself and you plant by creating something outside yourself. Okay. And number 3 is let your children see you build. Not perfect, not polished. Let them see the messy, but be present in that. Hey guys, mum's going live today. This is literally 2 minutes before I walk in this room. My daughter's like, I need you. Both of my kids love me. I'm definitely the preferred parent almost 90% of the time. But let them see you. Like, I want my kids to see me following through. Like, they're 5 and 2. They don't necessarily understand what I'm doing. And I do my best to explain it to them, but they don't always know. But they know I care about something. And as they grow, I will tell them, like, these are the women that I love and I want to see win. And so I'm not going to give you all my time, kids. I'm going to give some of my time to these women so that they can succeed and flourish and live beautiful lives, not just survival lives. And I want them to see me create something from nothing. This is my first business I've created. I've created programs. I have worked in the social services space for a long time. I've created teams. I've created programs for camps. I've brought people together at a large scale over many years in different ways. But this is the first time I've built something that has got my name on it, that is for me. And it is different than doing it for somebody else. And I love everything I did, and I definitely bless people through that. But this is my season, and this is what I'm building in this season. So I want my kids to see that. So yeah, you're not just raising kids, you're raising future adults. And they'll either wait for permission or they'll remember that their mum never did, that she was like, you know what, I'm going to grab hold of this and I'm going to do that. I want to ask you, and if you're in the chat, love to hear your answers. This might be a longer answer, but if you keep going exactly as you are for the next 2 years, what would exist that doesn't exist today? If you keep going, for the next 2 years, building what you're building, what would exist that doesn't exist today? Isn't that an inspiring question? I have a goal that this mum community will be 10,000 women strong. I am spending more and more time every day trying to imagine what that would be like, trying to imagine what it would be like for mums who are in that community. I know how low you can go when you don't have sleep and you're a new mum, or there's just elements of the season of early years of kids, and probably other ones because I'm not there yet, that can take you low. And so I want to see women come out of depression. I want to see Mum with a Side Hustle be part of that journey. I want to see people build amazing businesses. I want to see lives totally turned around because you got inspired and you got encouraged to build something beautiful. Okay, I can check the chat. I don't know if anyone's dropped their answer in yet. We used to have a live Zoom room, but it became really difficult to get that looking great on YouTube. So I apologize to the beautiful mums who normally are on the call with me. But if you want to join us afterwards, we go live in a Zoom room after this call. So you just need to grab my free resource and you'll get on my email list, you'll get the Zoom room call, and you can join us. Cool, Sophie, let's do it. 10K. Okay, I love it. 10K mamas and the Mum with a Side Hustle tribe. Anyone else? If you keep building what you're doing right now for 2 years, what's going to exist? Amazing businesses are going to come out of what we're doing here. Okay, so I will see if there's some answers in a moment, but let's bring this together. Here are some key takeaways from today's call. You're not just building for now. You're building something that your children will one day understand. Mine don't understand right now. It's just Mum's unavailable. The door is locked behind me. They're angry. Sometimes they run past the window in front of me and bang on it while I'm talking to you. But they will one day understand and they will one day be grateful for what I'm building. Slow does not mean insignificant. Okay. It means that you're actually building something sustainable. But keep moving, keep doing something as much as you can, and Master the Code Challenge will help you build that, will help you. If Master the Code Challenge has been helping you, please let us know in the chat, because I know so many of you have had so many benefits from that. And what you're building isn't a business, isn't just a business, it's an example, it's a mindset, it's a legacy. What you're building now, like this thing that I've been building for 2 years, I'm so excited because it's actually starting to birth something in this season, and I really am excited. And I know one day it's gonna blow my mind where this can go. I know I've shared this before, but like I've walked places on the earth where there is incredible poverty and not been able to do much about it. I could give away what I had, but I never built enough to really make an impact, really change things. And so that's a dream of mine. Like that's why I want to do this. I want to be able to go back to Cambodia, and I want to be able to help in some way change some of the problems and things that I saw when I was 21 years old. I want to go back to Thailand, and I want to help some of the people coming out of Burma that I met recently who have had to flee for their lives, have absolutely nothing. Some of them are not even allowed to be in Thailand, but they literally can't be in Myanmar anymore because their homes are gone. They've been bombed. They're being hunted down. I want to go back with the resources to make a difference, and with the power of the Holy Spirit to have the wisdom to know what to do. These are the things I dream of, and I know that they're not just my dreams. These dreams are inspirations from the Holy Spirit. Yeah, cool, Bronwyn. An amazing community of women who have actually transformed their lives. That's what you want to see, eh? Bronwyn's got some amazing dreams. Okay, we're going to be winding this up in a second. I want you to picture something for me. So if you've made it this far, congratulations, you're doing great. I want you to imagine your children growing up, thinking about their life, their dreams, their direction. And somewhere in their story is a quiet knowing. My mum built something even in a difficult season, even when it wasn't easy. And that kind of example, it changes what they believe is possible. You're not behind. You're not too slow. You're building something deeper than most people ever will. So please be encouraged. Be encouraged. We are coming to the end of our call. If today's call has resonated with you, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to this YouTube channel, because that will push the word out further. My goal at the moment is to get to 50 subscribers. I think I was on 32 last time I checked, because at 50 subscribers, I can go live from my phone. I cannot go live from my phone right now. I have to use my computer, and that will actually help me do better quality calls. So if you have friends who would like to join my Mum with a Side Hustle, please do that. And if you want to keep the conversation going, download that resource that I've put in. I'll put it in the description once this call finishes. I've put it in the comments. 5 ways to get started with a side hustle. And then you'll be on my email list and you can start a conversation with me. I'm always available. Add me on Facebook, Alicia Sauli, or Mum with a Side Hustle on Instagram, TikTok, you name it. I'm out there somewhere. And if this is the kind of woman you want to become, invite another mum who doesn't want to, lose herself along the journey. And if you know a mum who feels like she's the only ambitious one, invite her along. We would love to meet her. I genuinely would love to walk with her. And if you're committed to building and you want to try the Master the Code Challenge, you want to give that a go, I will personally walk with you through it. I do an accountability call every week. So you do the course, and then I have a check-in with mums every week where we just discuss what's going on, how we're doing with the Master the Code Challenge, and I sort of help problem solve anything that you're struggling with. It's a great place to be. Build the kind of life that your children won't just inherit, but feel brave enough to expand. And I want to remind you that each of you has a superpower because of the season that you are in. When we face limits in life, they're actually invitations to transform ourselves into something even greater. And yes, we're figuring out how to do this in motherhood. And I do not have a playbook for you. I have ideas, I have things that I've tried, but every one of you, your family life is unique, your situation is unique. All I know is that it can be done. And I truly believe when you become a better mum when you follow these ideas and inspirations that light you up. So whatever you're facing in your parenting, in your business, in your relationships, let's be women who see the challenge and rise. Have a great week. We'll see you next week live, and jump in the Zoom room if you would like to